Christian News from English Christian Times. Holy water and super soakers don't mix, priests say. After photos appearing to depict blessings or baptisms by water gun went viral online, several priests cautioned that Catholics should take care to treat scared objects and rites with a proper sense of reverence. Putting holy water into a squirt gun and treating it as if it were a comedy sketch on SNL is treating both the sacrament and the blessed water unworthily, said Father Pius Pietrzyk, assistant professor of canon law at St. Patrick's Seminary in Menlo Park, California. Research aims to quantify and explain drop in US religiosity. The current drop in the number of people in the United States identifying with a religion may not be permanent, but it is in some ways unprecedented according to a new research study aiming to quantify the drop in religiosity the United States has experienced over the past several decades. California churches can reopen at 25% capacity. Churches in California can begin holding services again at a limited capacity, the state announced on Monday. The California Health Department ruled that, subject to the approval of local authorities, churches in the state can begin reopening along with in-store retail shopping. Mexican state passes pro-life education law. The Mexican state legislature of Nuevo Leon passed an education reform bill May 21st to foster a respect for life from conception to natural death. This is for students. The law reflects the state constitution, which affirms that the state recognizes, protects and defends the right to life that every human being has. Broadcast of the recitation of the Holy Rosary with Pope Francis. Let us join Pope Francis in reciting the Holy Rosary in spiritual communion with the principal shrines of the world in order to invoke the help of Our Lady in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. Wishing to offer a further sign of hope to a world still suffering from the COVID-19 pandemic this coming Saturday, May 30th at 5:30 local time, at the conclusion of the month of May, traditionally dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary, and at the Vigil of Pentecost, Pope Francis will pray the Holy Rosary before the grotto of Our Lady of Lourdes in the Vatican Gardens. A bloody week in North Kivu, 49 people massacred by terrorists. Last weekend turned out to be one of the deadliest. It started with 7 dead, ended with 25 victims, says a statement sent to Agency of Fights on the situation in the Beni and Irumu territories in North Kivu and in Ituri, in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo, where armed groups have racked for years, and in particular the jihadists of the ADF. COVID-19, Bethlehem's Basilica of the Nativity reopens, fewer restrictions in Iran and Saudi Arabia. Starting today, the Christian leaders announced the green light to entrances for a maximum of 50 people. Respect for social distance and the obligation to wear personal protective equipment are fundamental. In the Islamic Republic, Shade, mosque and shrines reopen. Gradual easing also for the Saudis, who set the end of the lockdown on 21st June. Pope Francis says prayer is a refuge against evil. Prayer is a refuge and protection against the evil of the world, Pope Francis said in his general audience address Wednesday. Speaking via live stream from his library in the Apostolic Palace, the Pope illustrated this point with several stories from Genesis, including those of Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and Noah. Pentecost, Pope Francis to resume Regina Coeli in St. Peter's Choir. On Sunday 31st May, Pope Francis will celebrate Mass in the Vatican Basilica without the participation of the faithful. Later, he will recite Regina Coeli from St. Peter's Choir. The Holy See Press Office said on Tuesday that the Pope will celebrate the solemnity of Pentecost on Sunday at 10 a.m. local time from St. Peter's Basilica. Knights of Columbus founder Father Michael McGivney to be beatified. Pope Francis approved a miracle attributed to the intercession of Father Michael J. McGivney Wednesday, paving the way for the beatification of the founder of the Knights of Columbus. During a May 26 meeting with Cardinal Angelo, the prefect of the Congregation for the Causes of Saints, the Pope authorized the congregation to issue a decree recognizing the miracle. Om silly devotions and sore-faced saints, good Lord, deliver us. Saint Teresa of Avila. News Desk, Christian Times.